So I'm actually going to give you just a few ideas of what you can do for your brides just to make their experience better, because I've told you before that I'm all about having a great experience for our brides. So that's what we're going to talk about today, but I am just going to flip over and start a live video on Instagram as well. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning to you wonderful people over on Instagram. Good morning to my... Hoping everyone can see me okay. I hope that you guys are well. Thank you to everyone on the replay over on Instagram. Okay, guys, we've kind of just started. Good morning to everyone on Facebook. I hope that you guys are well today as well. I shouldn't need my keyboard today, so I'm just propping up my camera. Good morning, good morning. All right, guys, good morning. So welcome to Bridal Business TV. For those of you who have never met me before, my name is Dawn Rose. I am by day a hairstylist and makeup artist, and by night I try and help other hair and makeup artists start and grow their business in hair and makeup, obviously, but using this wonderful world that is the wedding industry, so that I can help you guys attract brides who book you in advance, pay you on time, and don't haggle your prices. Good morning, Brooke. How are you this morning, doll? I hope that you guys are well today. So every morning I go live, every Monday morning I go live. So every week I go live on Facebook, and I'm trying to do the same on Instagram as well. And I give you some tips and tricks and hints and ideas on growing your bridal business in the hair and makeup industry. Now today I'm doing things a little bit different. I thought I would share with you guys a little bit about what I call bridal gifts. So the gifts that I give out to my clients. So I've got a load of kind of like show and tell stuff today. And I'm just going to share with you a few things that I take with me to my brides and how I sort of format it and what I use and what I take and why I take these things. I always think it's really nice that when you go to a bride's and you go on wedding day, that you maybe bring something with you. Now, you don't have to do this. This is just about me kind of going that extra mile. It's me turning up and saying, congratulations on your wedding day. Now, I started out and I just did this just for my brides because, you know, they pay a bit more of a premium and they do their trials and all that kind of stuff. So we spend a lot of time with our brides. But after a little while, you know, as my business increased and my prices increased, and I started to do a bit more of a luxury service, and I was providing them to my whole bridal parties as well, including mum. So I used to do, whoever I was doing hair and makeup for, they got a little gift. Now the bride got something a little bit more special, and they got a few sort of extra things, but I definitely would give them out to my bridesmaids as well. So what I thought I would do today is just share with you a few things and, you know, kind of where to buy stuff, and so that you don't spend too much money. This is not about me, you know, giving lavish gifts. I don't give lavish gifts. It's just the really small things, and it's really the little things that count. It's the little things that our brides like us for. You know, you can just turn up. It's not something I promise them. It's just something that I will just say, oh, hey, and I bought a little gift for you girls as well, and I just hand them out. So it doesn't have to be anything elaborate or anything major. It's just nice to have something to take with you to the bride. All right, so what I thought I would do is I'm going to just share with you like the real basics of what you would give to your bride. So the first thing I would do, obviously, would be to include a price list. And obviously we need to include a couple of our business cards if you've got business cards, and I have something called a referral card. So basically what I do with my referral cards is it's got like a little discount on the back of it. So I give out, you know, 4 or 5 referral cards per person so that they can just hand them out. They can write their name on it so I know who that they've been referred by, and they can hand it out to their friends. I think that's really important. If you guys don't have a referral card, then I highly suggest that you do that, especially if you do special occasions and stuff as well. You know, why not get people to come in? This is not just about getting them to come in for their hair and makeup for wedding days. It doesn't have to be for weddings. Like the referral cards are basically, hey, come to my studio, or, you know, book me for your next hair and makeup event. So I think having referral cards is a really good idea. So the basics are, you know, give them your price list is cool. Like I've got a studio at home, salon at home, so I would give them a list of what I do in my studio. I've got an appointment card that's just my normal business card that they get to keep, and then give them a handful of these referral cards. And you can see they're all branded with my personal business here. All right, now the other thing I would do now before I, when I was kind of deciding what to put together and the things I do. Good morning, Paula. How are you this morning? Before I was deciding how much I should include, I used to just have this little bag. Now, where have I got it here? So I would go to, we've got a, you know, like a dollar shop. So I go to like a dollar shop. Thank you for the hearts over on Instagram. I go to like a dollar shop and I would get myself, you know, 10 of these, 20 of these. So that I had them. As I said, they're about $1. I think over here, there's also like Daiso, if you guys have got Daiso. I think that's how you pronounce it. But they do them for obviously the $2.80, but you can buy bigger ones if you want to. But I would always go for like $1 one. So I would always have like a little, I guess like a little makeup bag I would give them. And within that, and I'm talking, this is what I'm saying to you guys about being really cheap. It doesn't have to be expensive. The things that I would include inside their bag would be safety pins, a handful of bobby pins, maybe a small packet of tissues. Again, like I'm buying these things in bulk, yes? They're costing me, you know, you go to like your reject shops, your dollar shops, you can buy a whole packet of these for next to nothing, right? They cost nothing. So, you know, and I'm not giving them the whole pack. I'm just separating a few out. I would also give them, also give them some cotton tips. So that was always a good thing. And the last thing I give, this is my basic kit, Band-Aids. If you guys can see that. So Band-Aids. So again, like that was nothing. That has cost me nothing. You buy, you know, a box of inexpensive Band-Aids, pocket tissues, safety pins, some bobby pins, cotton tips, and your business cards. And $1 bag. That's it. That's when I started out, that's all I was doing. I was just putting what I call my SOS kit. So, you know, if somebody has a blotch here, and you know, one other thing I did have, which I haven't got with me, just cotton wool, some cotton wool pads. But when you've got cotton wool pads, I will say, and you've got cotton tips, and you're not giving them the whole box, obviously, you're just taking a selection of them. Another thing I did do at the dollar shops was buy these, okay, because this is just for hygiene reasons. So as soon as I would take any out of here, I'd put them into a clear, that with the cotton pads, put them inside here just to keep them really clean and obviously, you know, free from any dust and dirt and grime and stuff. I think that's one thing you really should do, invest in these things. You can buy like, you know, a packet of 100 or whatever, and it's nothing, $5 or something from a lot of the craft shops, or as I said, even sometimes the dollar shops do things like this. So look out for these. They're just clear plastic pockets that you can seal. It's just important that you seal them just for hygiene. So that was really my basics. Really basic things. I called it my SOS kit, and I would turn up and give everyone a little gift. And it was just so simple. And everyone looked at that going, oh, that's so nice. And then you suddenly go, bridesmaid, go, oh my God, something is broken on my lace is broken, or I can't do this. I'm like, go inside your bag. I've put some safety pins in there. And someone will go, oh, I've got a blister, these shoes are rubbing. Go inside your bag. I've put in some Band-Aids for you. Put in some plasters. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. So you don't understand how many times bridesmaids have gone, oh my God, thanks so much. This is awesome. It was nothing. It's cost me less than $5 a person. And when you're commanding a good price, you know, when you're sort of commanding a price of say, you know, $70, $80, $90, $100, come on. You can afford $5 to give something like this to make an impact. It's all about making an impact on your brides. If you want your brides to always be booking you advance and always be paying you on time and then always be referring you to their friends, you do tiny little things like this that cost you nothing. Good morning, Tina. You do things like this that cost you absolutely pennies, but they make a big impact. So dollar shops, as I said, dollar shops, make sure that you do have your hygiene for your cotton tips and your cotton wool. I just used to get those cotton wool pads. And then just little kits include things that are really handy for your brides. Tissues, good morning. Tissues, Band-Aids, safety pins, bobby pins, obviously, are really important. And then your essentials like your business cards and your menus. Now, that was my basics. That's what I did, like in real basic terms when I was doing it. after a little while, I realized that I could kind of change this up a little bit, and I could do maybe a few extra things or a few different things. Now, the other thing I started to do was I sold makeup. So makeup, I have the Bodyography line. I don't know if you guys have heard of Bodyography, but it's quite big, I think, in the States. It's quite big over here. They do a lot of catwalk fashion makeup. Some of the celebs use it over in the States. Now, I love Bodyography because it's inexpensive for me to purchase, and I can sell it on to my brides. So I used to love getting their lipsticks and their foundations, etc., and I could put them my touch-up kits together. Now, touch-up kits, guys, completely separate to what I'm doing there. These are just free gifts that we're giving away to our brides. Your touch-up kits are something completely different. What I did do, though, again, like as you start to really understand, when you start selling things, so I sold my makeup, and I obviously am a hairdresser as well, so I have hair products. I started to put together little shampoo bottles or conditioning treatment bottles, and I would give those away, and I would label them. I had labels, you guys can hear it, Vistaprint, couple of bucks. I had labels printed out. You can see I've got a whole heap of them there because I moved and they're no good now. They've got my address and everything on them, but you know, I had a whole heap of labels printed, and I used to just put them onto my bottles. These bottles, how much do they cost, guys? Couple of bucks, right? Couple of bucks. You can buy them in packets. Again, dollar shops, right? Find these kind of things. Cost next to nothing. And yet, if you filled that up with your shampoos, or if you filled something like that up with your conditioning treatments, or anything like that, that again, this is awesome. This is about then enticing your brides. They can say, oh, I smelt it, it smells gorgeous. I tried that on my hair, loved it. The next thing you know, they're back to buy more of it, right? When it comes to foundations, if you're selling product, this is, I haven't opened this one yet. I've just used up the last of my ones, but the little foundation things, I don't know if this is easy to undo, if you can see, but you can buy packets of these. These ones I actually bought, I think, at the craft shop, because they were quite inexpensive. But again, go into your online, go on eBay, go on Daiso, those kind of things. But these ones I got from the craft shop because they're designed to hold all your jewels and stuff in. And I actually got them for my daughter Holly because she likes doing all crafts and stuff. But look, these little things. Couple of squirts of your foundations that you're selling. I know Tina's got a beautiful so you can go, so yeah, Tina's now come up onto Instagram and she's saying to me, you can go on Alibaba and get them in bulk. Exactly. And Tina's got this beautiful makeup bar where she actually mixes foundations for her clients. So these kind of things are ideal for brides to sort of take away. And this was something that I had this beautiful, my thing was a body shimmer. I had this lovely body shimmer that I had from Bodyography. I used to squirt pots of the body shimmer, and I used to say to them, it's like a bronzer or a shimmer. You can put it on your arms, you can put it on your chest, you can put it, just sort of on your cheeks or whatever, and it gives that little shine. But again, this is just something a little bit extra when you start to, when you start booking brides consistently, you might want to up your gifts a little bit. So having your own makeup to sell, having your own hair products, this is the way you go. You use your disposable, everyday containers. I mean, you don't have to fill this up. Don't get me wrong. Like, this doesn't have to be a whole filled bottle of shampoo. You could just fill them up halfway. In fact, I switched over to these ones because they're just a little bit smaller. You don't want to be giving away too much product, right? So you can see this one's just that little bit bigger. But, you don't have to give them the whole packet. You just take one of those, you fill it up, and you give it to your brides in their welcome packs. Again, going up perhaps a little bit further, you can get the really inexpensive makeup brushes. I'm not a massive fan of cheap makeup brushes, but for lips, for applying other lipstick, for just kind of helping the brides tidy up, with the brow. I love these little brow pencils. So in a way, I'm thinking, well, for $2, when you get a little pack like this, and look, it's pink, and it just looks pretty. And I just used to think to myself, you know what? For $2, like, it's not a bad thing to give as a gift. Like, you know, we all know as makeup artists that we like professional brushes, but you know, heck, they're just using them on the night, you know, just to touch up in the toilets at one point. So I mean, what does it really matter that it's cost a couple of bucks for these things? If you want to go up and sell your big, if you sell brushes, and you want to do a proper kit with your makeup kits, then go ahead and do that. But again, you know, a couple of dollars we're talking here. And as I said, I didn't always give everything. Please note, I didn't give all of this away at one time. I would kind of, you know, I'd make up a bag that was somewhere between $5 and $10, maybe. At the beginning, it was more like $3 and $7. But as I got a bit better, and I got, you know, and I was commanding a higher service and a higher price, and you're trying to book these brides, get more brides to come back to you that are paying you good money, right? We're not discounting anymore. So we can afford to provide little cute gifts for our brides. Now, what you will as well see is that those little things couldn't fit into something like this, right? They can't fit into that. So what I did was I bought some very inexpensive black paper bags, just some really cute paper bags, you know, with the nice rope kind of handle. Again, I bought them in bulk. I think actually on Alibaba. That's just reminded me of that. And I'd put my label on the front of that, and I would give these gift bags out. So that would be for, you know, when I was kind of including things that perhaps weren't just safety pins, bobby pins, band-aids, etc. Good morning. Good morning, Angie. How are you? Okay, so Angie's saying, I give travel minis so they can take on their honeymoon. Absolutely, yeah. Oh, that just reminded me, actually. Little packet of mints, packet of breath mints, packet of those, you know, those Listerine strips that you can put on your tongue and they dissolve? Again, you can buy like a packet of those for like $1, like 5 for $1 or something. Little mints, little mini tiny Mentos. They're always really good. Perfect. Yeah, the honeymoon pack. Perfect. SOS Kit. Perfect. Now, again, hunting the bargain shops, going to the cheap places and stuff, what you will find as well is that sometimes you'll get one of those bargain like barrels, and it's like, you know, you 10 items for $1 and you think, sweet. This is what I got. Some little mini, this is Maybelline. So it's not like, it's a branded name. Like, it's not like I'm just, you know, kid stuff, right? This is Maybelline stuff. This is the Pure Pigments tattoo color, and this was some little nail varnishes. I got these in a bargain bin, and I thought, I'm stocking up because you guys are like, just for $10. It was 10 for 10. 10 for 10. That's what I got. So for $1 a piece, I got a Maybelline nail varnish and a Maybelline shadow. Again, so if you're not selling, if you don't have your own product to sell, I wouldn't do this. If I sold nail varnish, I wouldn't do this. But if you don't have your products to sell, like, think about the colors. I did think about my colors too. Like, these are very kind of naturally new. This is like a peachy color. Peachy copper. It's when you put it on, it's quite a clear shimmer. I just got some purples and pinks. I was selective about it. I didn't get reds and things like that, because that's not what my brides are after. I attract the natural bride. Again, thinking about my bride, thinking about my target market. I have the natural bride. She's the bride who wears something very neutral in color. So I went with my peaches and my pinks and my very sort of lilac-y kind of colors, but mainly peaches and pinks. So, you know, $1. It's cost me $1 to do that, and it goes into my kits. Now, you know, you don't get them all the time. So like I said, I do switch out my gifts. And again, I would do maybe one of my bridesmaids might have an eye color, one would have a nail varnish. So that was always a really good thing to do. As I got more advanced in my business, I actually had my own lipsticks made. So I actually had 5 colors made, and it had my Bridal Perfection logo on it. I don't know if you guys can see that on Instagram. I'm bringing it a bit lower. So I had my own 5 colors done. So again, thinking about my bridal market and the fact that they're very natural and neutral. So I got lots of kind of like peachy, pinky, nudie kind of colors made up. And my Tangle tees. Now these do retail at $10 or $9, but when you buy them in bulk like I do, then, you know, again, they're fairly inexpensive. This is something I would give with my brides. So for my brides, I would, you know, bump up these little gifts. This is something I would share with my bride, you know, in the packet, nice and clean, and they would have a really nice gift. My bridesmaids, I would normally stick to my little SOS kits with all the little bits and pieces. So I hope that I kind of have given you guys a few sort of ideas as to what you can do with your weddings. Paula said, where did you get the lipsticks from? Paula, I will send you the details. I'll PM you, darling. No worries. They take a few weeks to come through, but I'll give you the details. So I hope I've given you guys some ideas as to what you can share with your brides and the things that you can do just to make that extra special impact. If you remember when I talked in boot camp last week, guys, if you haven't joined boot camp and you want to, link in my bio. If you're over on Instagram, guys, I've dropped the link here below, but you can go and watch all the replays of boot camp from the week before last. I want to say, was it last week? Perhaps the week before last. So we did the 5 days. No worries, Paula. We did the 5 days of boot camp, and I talked all about making an impact on our brides. Oh, you're welcome, Brooke. Brooke says great advice, Tom. Thank you, Brooke. So I talk all about making this impact on our brides. This is really important for you guys to understand, that we don't just attract brides willy-nilly, right? We attract brides purposefully. We attract brides because we want to make sure that these brides are going to refer us, right? The cheapest way to get brides is to get referrals. That's the cheapest way. We don't spend any money by getting referrals. So if we can make a massive impact and we can show our brides from start to finish. I talked about my bridal business school, my Become a Bride Magnet training program, where I'm showing you a blueprint. I'm going to teach you within that. We teach about a blueprint, and I teach you how we take our brides from where they are now, when they're kind of not really sure what they're looking for, or they're not really, they're kind of a little bit worried about what you can do for them. They're worried about the expense. They're worried about whether you can travel. They're going to get done on time. All those things. We talk about all of that inside my Become a Bride Magnet training program. And I teach you how to walk your brides through a 9-step process to then get them to that point on wedding day. And that last point is that impact that you make on wedding day, and then those small little gestures that you're doing throughout their time period with you. Thank you, Laura. Laura says, thanks, Dawn. Love your advice. Good night from your hometown. Oh, good night. Good night, everyone over in the UK. Sleep well, hon. So yeah, I think that when we make a really big impact on our brides, and we just, it's funny, I say a really big impact, but I mean, you know, $5 is nothing. Like, it's not like it's not like a big impact in our pockets, right? But it's something that brides will remember. It's something that they'll take away and they'll go, you know what? We had the most fantastic time with Dawn. She was constantly in contact with us. She made sure that we had all the information that we needed. You know, she took us through the trial. She talked to me about everything. You know, she showed my bridesmaids what they should be looking at when they choose their hair and makeup. She also spoke to my mum. She talked to the photographer. She organized everything on the day with the photographer, and everything went smoothly. And then she turns up on wedding day and she gives us these such cool little gifts. We were so excited. And Jennifer, she broke her shoe, so her foot was rubbing, and then inside those gifts there were these band-aids, and it was just amazing. And there you go, referral. Sophie, could you please PM me about the lipsticks? I will, darling. No worries. So making a massive impact on our brides is the ultimate key. If you can show a bride where they are now and where you can get them, and you can take them through that process step by step by step, that's the key to having that revolving door of brides. We've talked about this before, having those brides that once you have booked one in, you've done the bride, she's gone, but you know that next year you've got someone to take her place already. Booking those brides in advance is the key for us to having a really successful wedding business where we're making money continuously. All right, guys, that is it from me. I hope you guys have the most fantastic day. Enjoy your weeks. Don't forget to share with me all of your work that you've done over the last week over on our private Facebook community. That is groups, facebook.com/groups/Dawn's Bridal Army. If you want details about boot camp, you can watch the replays. It's totally free, everyone. It's a 5-day boot camp. It's a 5-day now mini course to help you brand your business and get your business in gear for 2018. You can go to my links in my bios above, or into my bio for Instagram, and there's also details there as well about my Bridal Business School Become a Bride Magnet training program. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Take care for now, everyone. All right, see you guys.